One of them I'm going to invite to the stage, an incredible young leader who is with us, Waad Hasan. Can you join me, please? There you are.
I'm sorry. I come from behind.
You sneaked up on me. All right, and Waad is a Daughter for Life scholarship recipient, and it says here, I'd like to welcome her to the stage.
I heard my name.
All right,
and
okay,
I freaked out.
right, you should freak out. Okay, you're here because you're going to tell us about the other scholars, and you're going to invite them to the stage, right? You take it from here. I could sit down and eat salad?
Yes.
Here's Waad.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the seventh annual Daughters for Life Gala Dinner. I want to start from a place that's familiar to many of us. In A Farewell to Arms, Ernest Hemingway says, "The word breaks everyone, and afterwards, many are strong at the broken places." We are gathered here today because we have either witnessed or experienced suffering, misfortune, and the dangerous implications of trauma on an individual. At a young age, I realized that others recognize my status as a refugee as a disadvantage and a weak spot in my backbone that would see me crumble under the word's pressure. Although correct in their assumption and recognition of the difficulty of being a refugee, they fail to acknowledge the strength, will, and determination it takes to be a refugee in this world and to survive. One must look no further than our gracious Dr. Izzeddin Abu'l-Aysh, the founder of Daughters for Life Foundation, to see that Khalil Gibran was right when he said, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars." And that is why I will welcome you again. However, now I will state that my name is Waad Hasan, and I'm a third-generation Palestinian refugee from Lebanon. Thank you. The refugee standing here is the daughter of two other refugees who were born and raised in a refugee camp. She started as a 12-year-old girl who thought the only way she could serve her Palestinian and refugee community is by volunteering at an NGO and work with kids in the refugee camps. However, little did I know at that young age that Daughters for Life will grant me the opportunity to represent this community in the United States of America and Canada as a successful model of a college student. Thanks to the foundation, I have managed to further my education not only once, but twice. The first time was at Manhattanville College in Purchase, New York in 2015. There, I graduated as a summa cum laude with a BA in English Literature and Creative Writing. Being a Daughters for Life scholar required a commitment to reach for academic excellence, but also to employ all the time I was granted at my college for my individual and community's improvement. That is why, and I'm going to brag a little, sorry. That is why at Manhattanville I chose to conduct research and present at 2 national conferences, complete 2 internships, one with the ABC Writing Center and the other with RNN TV. I also published a short story about the 2000 war in Lebanon and a few poems. And my proudest achievement was to co-establish the DFL Club at Manhattanville College and represent the Middle Eastern students there and change the stigma about them. I also served on the establishing board of the Castle Scholars newsletter, which won 3rd place in nationals in the United States its first semester of publication. By the time I graduated from Manhattanville College, I had worked as a peer mentor, writing specialist, IELTS proctor, and a content writer. This reflects what the heart of this organization and scholarship is: offer girls from the Middle East the opportunity to gain essential development skills through education and experience. Now, I stand before you, a graduate student at Brock University, pursuing a master's degree in English. At Brock, I'm a teaching assistant, and I'm responsible for 2 20-student seminars. Thanks to Daughters for Life and Brock University, I am one step closer to achieving my dream of being an English professor, to give back the knowledge that I have accumulated over the years, especially back home, where education is still in need of advancement. It is true what Daughters for Life believes. Educating a girl is offering her a route to give back to her community. Here, I must express my gratitude to DFL and Dr. Abu'l-Aysh for their endless faith and support. Also, a special thanks to Jacqueline Ibrahim, who has been a very guiding force throughout these 4 challenging years. Having said that, I will turn my speech now to you, to the partners, supporters, advocates, sponsors, and everybody here. I would like to express my gratitude for your financial support. Acts of generosity such as yours have been and continue to be integral to my education, among others. For many in the world, education has always been a form of empowerment sought after. It is not a privilege, it is something we strive for. Being able to continue education is the bedrock of many disadvantaged girls worldwide, and especially in the Middle East. Take me, for instance. I was always interested in academics, but I started off with an obsession with books in a public library, and it ended up me being here. Thanks to your contribution, I am halfway through, my next step being a PhD studies, hopefully. Please note, I do not give my thanks in this matter lightly, as I understand the hardships that face students, especially from areas like Palestine and Lebanon. Your willingness to support them in seeking an education plays an essential factor in their development as successful individuals. It has, in my case, allowed me to be part of this great institution at which I'm being challenged theoretically and practically every day. And also, I am a daughter of Daughters for Life, which is a life commitment to help alleviate the suffering of others by spreading knowledge and hope. From here, I will leave you with this. W.B. Yeats said, "In dreams begins responsibility." We share a dream of making the world a better place, and it is our responsibility to see this vision achieved. Shukran, thank you, and merci for your time. I'm not done yet. For our next segment, I would like to invite our scholars, Liane, Rasha, and Ala, to join me on stage for a panel.